welcome everybody. Everyone's here for the same reason I'm picking, wanting to learn about how to build better. Obviously everyone probably knows about PVC windows, and who knows about the best place to put them in the wall? Everyone know where that is? Recessed? Yeah. So that's obviously to keep that glazing out of the cold part of the wall, where pretty much all building code houses have their glass. So all of our houses that we do, they have recessed windows, and we've recessed windows into many a material. So anyone who says it can't be done is full of it, or bonkers. So we've done brick, standing seam claddings, vertical timber claddings, all that sort of stuff. So we've developed, I won't say a system, but techniques now that make it quicker and easier. The first time we did it was a bit of a curly one, just to try and get our heads around something new. But now it's just commonplace for us and quite easy. So we've eliminated a lot of the back flashing. So a lot of the tapes that are around, mainly the Pro Climber tapes, are all brands appraised. So you can actually use them as back flashings and things like that. So that's what we'll do with this one today. So basically what we normally do is, when we've obviously got our wall, and with different types of windows have different sort of setbacks. The windows that we normally use, they have a little wee groove that we fit our sill flashings in. So we tend to sit the edge of the window about 5 mil out from the plywood, which means the glazing is sitting around about 30 or 40 mils in the warm part of the wall. You can sit it in right into the centre, but we've done some modelling and through an architect, and that we find that that's negligible, the amount of benefit you get from just that extra little bit. So it makes us easier for our sill flashings to do it just like that. This one here has got a surround that's already been welded to it. So it's a different system altogether. So basically what we do is get our window, we've got our frame. We always pre-order our windows off the plan too. We don't custom measure, because we know how big the window is, hence we know how big the make the hole is. So this Kiwi way that we do it, by ordering off doing a site measure and then waiting another 4 months for a window, seems a bit crazy. So basically what we do is we start using this Pro Climber Contiga Exo tape. It comes in different widths. This one's a 60 mil, there's another 120. So again, where you're putting the window will dictate what size tape you use. So this one has got three strips to it, so self-adhesive bits. So basically we start around the edge. So as you can see, when the window goes in, we're sticking here, and then this back part of the tape here is going to stick to our wrap when we close it off. So when we come to a corner, we make a little flap, so to speak, and then just seal that around there like that. So that way when it comes to going around corners, we can go around the corner. So this stuff, this tape here, most of the Pro Climber tapes are pressure stuck, so you can't really use your finger and just think that's enough. So they have these plastic spatulas, so to speak, that you run over all your sill tapes and edge tapes and stuff like that. We always start not on the corner, we always start back in a little bit, so when we come to the end, it ends up being an overlap, so you're not trying to tidy up the external corner as well. Different angle. Oh. watching one's fingers. Right, so we're pretty much ready to go in. So as you can see, we are got tape all the way around. So when we're putting our window in, we're always making sure we've got, with the obviously aluminium windows, they've always got a drainage hole so you know which way they're going up. These ones also have sort of ways that you can tell as well. So we can sitting in here like this. We, again, putting a window in, whether it's aluminium or any other window, the same principles apply. We're trying to get it in nice and square and level. These ones being a welded corner, obviously you can't crank them, so it's very key that your frame is going to be correctly level and plumb. So, sorry, I'll just go back a step. Obviously we have our sill tape, which I've done from the last one. That goes on first, so that comes wrapped right the way around. So you can see it here, I've just taped over it just to pull it off, we did before. So the sill tape comes up, and we also have some around to cover up these edges here where it's exposed and not completely sealed. So again, what dictates where this sits in the wall? Obviously you can have your minimum setbacks, like I said about the sill flashings and things like that, but also your claddings and how that looks, how it returns. Also what you finish off the inside with, whether it's the jib return or timber and stuff like that. So that's just going to be a case-by-case basis with the window. So some windows, or some systems, have screws through the side like this, and then the glazing, because the good thing about European, poking my head through the wall, the good thing about European windows is they're glazed from the inside, so that helps with security. Obviously most New Zealand made windows, they've got the glazing beads on the outside, so if someone really wants to get into your house, they're just going to pop the glazing bead off and they're in, or they'll just break a window. But that's, like, you know, you're only keeping the honest person out. So good thing about the European windows, they are glazed from the inside, so that adds another level of security. So these windows here, then that hides the screws. Sometimes we use a lot of times we have a bracket that clips onto the side and then wraps around. That way you don't see any screws, especially with doors and windows. So again, I would be checking with I'd have starter blocks basically butting my window up to it in a normal situation. Key thing with European windows and doors is they are, especially with the lift and slides and doors, is their sills have to be perfect. Otherwise, they don't run that well. So from here, we have our tape here, and this is basically creating our weather strips against the window. So as you can see here, we have a little flap that ends up being here, but it just means we go around corner. When we put our head flashing on, all that gets covered with additional tapes as well. So then we finish off with our tapes, and then what we'll do is we'll just tidy up those there with another angle of tape here. So from the inside, we'll obviously foam the inside of the the inside of the window, and then when we come to do our airtight layers, we'll tape all that off again as well. So obviously on the top there, depending on what claddings you've got, you'll have a head flashing, which you then tape on as well. So that follows up with different layers, but that's pretty much how you recess the windows. There's no difference to a standard window, I don't think. The only thing is where you're putting it on the wall.